So, why did you call yourself Pariz 1?
Wow, you know what? This is gonna sound a bit, but one time, I must have been somewhere and some guy says to me, have I ever been to Paris? I was like, at this particular moment in time, I hadn't been to Paris. So I was like, well, no. It's like, Paris is such a beautiful place. Like, you remind me of Paris, like, you're so beautiful. I was like, brother, please. That is the weakest line I've ever heard. Ever. But I do like that you think I look beautiful and all that. I'm gonna steal that. I'm gonna be Pariz with a Z. There's only one of me, so I put the one at the end. You get me?
Nice. Yeah, I like that. Alright, so correct me if I'm wrong now as well, but it's been a little while since we've heard like an album, mixtape or something like that. So tell the people where you've been hiding, man.
I've been hiding and grinding. I've been trying to definitely get things off the ground, like trying to put certain things in place. I had a child, so I had to take quite a long break just to get to know my son and whatnot. You get me doing mommy stuff. But you know, at the end of the day, family comes first before anything. So I put my child before my music, you get me?
Yeah, no, that's good to hear, man, serious. Alright, so what made you first pick up the pen and paper and think, right, that's it, I'm going to become a rapper?
Mob Deep. I was in a youth club, boys club back in the day, in Nottingham, in Radford, and a bag of boys just used to be down there in the youth club, all freestyling and rapping, and it just looked really fun. I wanted to do that, but when I told them I wanted to rap, I kind of like got laughed out of the place until I came back with Mob Deep rhymes at the ready. You get me? And man played the instrumental, and I spat the Hell on Earth, all 3 verses over this beat, and mama like, see, she practiced it, she learned it, I learned it word for word, flows, everything, and I got it spot on. I was like the female prodigy that day, you get me? And I was so happy with myself. Like, and then they made me spit it on a totally different beat that my boy Black Viking made, who's like my all-time #1 person in this music thing. And it just went from there. Like, he was like, yeah, I think you might be able to rap. So that was it. And then, as the rest, as they say, it's history.
Cool, so solely inspired by Mob Deep. Alright, Mr. First, and come drop your questions, man.
Yeah, man, well, obviously you've been doing this for a while, like you've worked with a lot of big artists, like give the people, I remember you done that musical thing that was kind of, that was kind of sick as well, so you done all different things, like let the people know a bit more about like what you've been doing, man, in this game.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm not even gonna lie, I've done a lot of stuff since I've been around, you get me? Like, that little break, I think, that I took out to like look after my son, I think it was a well-earned break, you get me? Like, you know, but I've been doing a lot of stuff. I was with Street Dreams originally, and it was like 8-9 years deep with them. Like, they're my boys for life, no doubt, you get me? Even though we're not together anymore, I still check for them, I still love them, you get me? And I hope it's the same with them for me, otherwise there will be some words to be had. But anyway, yeah, I've done various things like the Channel 4 programme that I did with Blast Films called Rapping at the Royal. Like, Noppy was in that, Pesky was in it, MCD was in it, Anton Stone, like there was loads of people. Like Victor Romero Evans, the big boy actor from Mark for Death, like was in my play that I wrote with MCD and another girl called Jess Waters. So it was a big time for us then. And since then, since I've been back, I've been on tour with Mongrel, with John McClure and a couple of the Reverend and the Makers guys, and Loki, and Tor, and Ompa. It's been crazy. And now I'm doing this album, well, I've finished this album now with Notty P, so it's ready to drop.
Yeah, exactly. What is there like a highlight? Obviously, there's so many things there. Like seeing your music put out into a play and stuff like that, in like somewhere like the Royal Albert Hall. Is that like? Would you say that's like a highlight, or is there something else?
No, do you know what? That was a highlight for me, definitely, because it was a big thing. I've never ever done something like that before, so it was a challenge and a nice experience. I met loads of nice people and some lifelong friends from that program. But I'd have to say, like, the highlight so far of my career has been the tour, because like we just did some crazy venues, like some sold out crazy venues. Like when we did Sheffield, it went off in that place because the majority of the band is from Sheffield. Do you get what I'm saying? So it was like hundreds of people in this massive club, and it went off in there. Seriously. But that was a highlight for me. The tour, definitely.
Alright.